Okay. Test 1, 2. Sweet. So, I've already played a session of this. So, the very beginning of the game, not gonna get to see. But I've been really looking forward to playing this game. And I really want to wait until it was out of early access because I'm afraid it's gonna be like Subnautica, where you get to a point to where they just simply haven't finished the story because it's early access. And I know myself. I know that should I do that, I will probably put down the game and never pick it up again. Uh, Not to say anything bad about the game or that I didn't like it in any way, just that that's who I am. When I do something, I get focused on that one thing, and if my focus is diverted to something else, I usually don't return to that one thing. So, right. Anyway, this is my ship. I got the fast, so I could choose a few different ships when I started this character. Excuse me. This one is like the fastest and most maneuverable one and has really bad hull strength. But I think it had the best shield strength or okay shield strength, but it's got this really nice ability, which you see down here, that basically it normalizes all of these shield values. So if this one's at 50, right, and this one's at 50, and you hit this button, it'll take the shields from this one, and normalize it. So they'd all be, I think, 75, if my math is correct. Or like if this top one's at 0, right, then you can hit this button and it immediately regenerates it and puts them all at 75, right? So it normalizes all of your shield areas, which is great. And it's really, really not worked out for me at all. Because a lot of the beginning enemies have rockets, and rockets go through shields and hit your hull directly. And I just have like a really bad flak cannon on top that does a really terrible job of blocking rockets right now. But whatever. Right now I've done a quest to, or I'm on a quest to see what's up with this freighter. Like I've done so far, basically how it began was there was a coup and the Republic was basically, no, they weren't destroyed, but they were very, very heavily wounded by this coup, where they blew up like the flagship and killed the admiral and blew up the space station where these massive peace talks were happening. And the flagship managed to disable the enemy flagship, and then we, in a later mission, came and destroyed the enemy flagship. But that later mission was not approved by the admiral. The vice admiral basically, the vice admiral basically went behind the admiralty's back and gave orders to everybody, including myself, to go destroy the enemy flagship when she had no permission to do so. And then she took a bunch of people that supported her and she just left. We don't know where she went, but she's gone. And I just got this random mission. So one of the cool things about this game is there's RPG elements, like board game RPG elements, where Sometimes it'll have you go do a thing, like go explore this ship, or let's say like you're exploring the ship and you encounter a door. Um, and then it'll give you the option to like turn back, or you could try to force entry to the door and it'll actually be like a dice roll, which I just think is really cool. It's just quaint. They're passing through the minefield. This is close enough to see the freighter. As you imagine, the freighter was prey to one of the mines. Just one, huh? I wish my mines were that powerful. In its hull, a great breach, which in all likelihood caused the death of all of its inhabitants. Once you've discovered what happened, you send a report to the SMC, who pay your reward even though you have achieved nothing. You haven't achieved anything in the mission. So to show you how early access there is, there's actually a button right here if you ever find grammatical errors, because I don't believe the people who developed this game are English, so this is all localization. Got some money though. And there's also a dedicated bug button where you can like type in the bug. I did not mean to hit send. I am so sorry to the bug manager that they'll just get an empty bug. I'm sorry. You hear Isabey typing nervously at her post. Captain, we're receiving an incoming transmission. You nod and listen to the message. This is Captain Oryx and Carrick of the Interstellar Republic. We are the Interstellar Republic, by the way. We've been ambushed by Children of the Sun, the bad guys. My men and I have been forced to leave the area, but Nartos's ships, head bad guy, are closely following us. We request immediate backup. Captain Wizbach speaking. Can assist you, Captain, but we need your position. Did you hear that, Beth? Send them our coordinates. Hurry. We don't have much time left. We better... The transmission suddenly cut off. Isabey looks at you in silence. We have their position, Captain. Let's go. What was I going to say? Hey, oh, look, there's a bunch of mines. I didn't even notice. Okay, but see how my hull is 86 in the front? Right here? I can hit this button and see now it's 97, 97, 97, 97. That's what that button does. Also down here, I can see the little white dot. I can change my power settings to be like full-on engines, right? Full-on weapons. So here's one Pippin weapons. And here's all the Pippin weapons. So it's noticeably faster, but I don't think it affects... Your weapons have a heat bar, which you see on the left side. If I fire too much, it overheats until it cools down. All the pips and weapons make them fire faster, but it doesn't affect the heat generation, so because they're firing faster, you also overheat faster. So that's a little interesting give and take. All pips to shields. You can balance it 2-2-2. You can balance it 3-1-3, right? Where you have two of them have 3 pips, and one of them has 1 pip. The curious thing is that if you put 1 in 4, it puts the other 2 at 1. So you'd expect like, alright, so you've got 3 pips in weapons and 3 pips in shields. You'd expect if I put 1 more pip in shield, I would have 1 pip in engine, 2 pips in weapons, and 4 pips in shields, but it actually drops weapons all the way down to 1. So I don't know if it's ever worth it. I don't know if you get like a bonus for having 4 pips in, but I mean, I'm not using weapons or shields right now, so I might as well put 4 pips into engines, but I don't see the reason in any situation to have 4 pips into something. I think having 2 into 3, having 2 with 3 pips is almost always better, I can imagine. In most situations, like combat, for example, where I would almost always go like this, because being maneuverable hasn't really served me well yet. I'm not a good combat pilot yet. The camera is a little finicky. There's 2 types of camera, where it's sort of like it sticks like this, and then there's another mode where I can force it. I think. There it goes. Yeah, like up and down actually doesn't do a good job, but I can pan 360 around me in the other mode. But it makes it difficult for me to figure out where my ship is pointing. But the largest difficulty is the depth is difficult for me to determine, like how close or far away I am from other ships. So that one's kind of tough for me. Descend into the ship's dining room full of energy. Despite everything that's happened over the past few weeks, you are feeling exceptionally well. For the first time in a while, the hours of sleep had become especially restorative. You enter the room with a spring in your step. Inside, some of the crew say hi, whilst Bauer is serving trays with the rations. Surprised, you stare at the dish of dehydrated protein that looks much better than usual. It's probably due to hunger, but as soon as you swallow the first spoonful, you can feel clear improvement to the taste. Have we Have we changed the dehydrated proteins? Congratulations, Bauer. This is the first time the proteins didn't taste like cardboard. Or you keep quiet. Now, I am the captain. I'm going to congratulate the person. Oh, you also have RPG-esque attributes. We've changed the protein brand, Captain. There were none of the usual brand left in the last warehouse. Arius? Farius. And I visited when resupplying the ship. We thought it wouldn't make much of a difference, but I'm glad you like them. Captain gains more experience. Nice. From now on, I think we'll buy these. Boom. Catch yourself grabbing seconds. Food on a warship was not meant to be exceptionally good beyond providing all the necessary nutrients. Finding a non-perishable food source that also had more taste than wet paper had been a great find. As the crew speaks, you stay thoughtful until Farius addresses you, returning you back to reality. What is that, Captain? You look towards the direction Farius is looking, and you see the ancient tablet that you rescued from the abandoned ship just a few days ago. On the table. Maybe one of your crew members could clarify what it was. So, slight precursor, we investigated like a ruined ship, and as we were investigating, like we didn't find anything, but then some crazy dude that was clutching this tablet, like, attacked one of our crew members, and the crew member was fine. He's like a dude with a gun and body armor, and that's a crazy guy with a brick. Crazy guy died. And as we're like talking, the text is like, you turn to leave when you feel a heavy weight slow you down, and you're holding this tablet and you don't even remember picking it up. Oh well, you might as well take it with you, sort of thing. So like, it's a weird tablet that you don't even remember picking up, but whatever. And now for whatever reason, it's in the crew mess hall. So I took it from the looter ship. I thought it might be valuable. Do any of you know what it is exactly? Now here's the thing that I've noticed. These might be mutually exclusive. Like, if I click this button, I might not be able to ask what it is exactly. And if I ask the second option, then I might not be able to ask the first option. Although sometimes it does let me do both. I want to ask both of them. And I'm not experienced enough in the way the choice system works to know intrinsically, oh, they'll both sort of lead to the same termination point. Or like, I know that this is like, I don't know, for example, this one's always the default option where if you don't feel like branching off somewhere and just ending the conversation, you pick this one. But whatever branches you pick will always lead back to this one. I don't know that. I got the sense that it might be like that, maybe, but I'm not sure. But I did take it from the ship. I thought it might be valuable, I guess. I'm gonna click the top one because it feels like a conversation where you're discussing the value of it might lead to this one, because I want to do both of them. Okay, see? The crew shrugs. I have no idea where it may have come from, but I know that an old partner of mine, runs an antique shop on Alfort Melody. Maybe he could lend a hand. I feel like whichever option I chose would have given this response. That got you curious. The tablet itself was not particularly remarkable apart from its engravings and ancient appearance. But there was a possibility that it was much more valuable than it seemed. I think I guess he's referring to it's not made out of anything that's particularly remarkable, because when you have an ancient tablet, the engravings and ancient appearance are the remarkable thing. So if it was lost, if it if it was some lost treasure worth a fortune, it wouldn't hurt to know. Okay, we'll make a visit. It doesn't matter. It's not something that keeps me up at night. No, definitely make a visit. Always make a visit. Egg experience. Nice. So this is our ship and crew management page. This is my ship. It's only got 3 guns and 1 like utility slot, because I can put like shield. Like I got a. I wonder if I still have it. Oh, I know. Let's go to departments real fast. So like I can put, like if I had an ion reactor, I can put that there, which increases my engine power plus 10. I don't know exactly what that equates to, but whatever. Or I could put like a laser interceptor rather than the flak cannon that I've got now. Right, I've also got different guns. The guns are the standard specialize in hull damage or specialize in shield damage. These 2 specialize in shield damage, this one specializes in hull damage, and they both do a little bit of the opposite thing. So this one does a little bit of shield damage, and these 2 do a little bit of hull damage. This is my special ability. These are the departments. Engineering workshop, I can make these things using all of these resources over here. They're all pretty crappy right now. They're all like the lowest tier stuff, so none of them are really upgrades unless I feel like trying out something different. I haven't made any of them yet because I haven't had the resources for it. Like I could make this one, which is the shotgun, which I've used actually because I looted a shotgun off of a different ship. It's okay. Not a fan. Really. Research lab. If I find a weapon that I can research, then I can research it, and if I research it enough times, then it'll be added to my engineering workshop so I can make it whenever I feel like it later. But I don't have anything like that now. Sick bay, if any of my crews is injured, I can put them in sick bay. Scrapping workshop, when anything that I have that I want to break down into the materials, that's what the scrapping workshop is. And then engineering, as I explained, is over there. This is my crew. One of them already died. So each person, including myself, has different things. I'm maxing out luck because I think that's the most amusing thing to max out first. Here's all of my, not all of them, because I've gotten a couple that aren't on here. But like, for example, I'm weak. My whole maximum points are reduced, which I thought would be fine because I have a shield ship, but not quite. Increase the agility of my ship. More resources are looted from enemies. My crew gains more experience. My hiring is 10% less. Increases my aptitude by 1 level. I do not know what that means. This must be my aptitude, but it's the same level as all of these other ones. So maybe it doesn't show here. I don't know. More accurate but shoots slower. Reduces whole maximum points, and the one I just got, gain more experience. Each of these crew members, so there's 3 crew types that I've seen so far. There's a specialist, an engineer, and a scientist. And from what I can tell, all specialists have these 3 things. All engineers have the same 3 things. All scientists have the same 3 things. The specialist has increase. So these are worded strangely. Increased damage from projectile weapons and increased cadence from projectile weapons. Now, cadence is a rhythm, so I'd assume that increased cadence from projectile weapons means they fire faster. And increased damage from projectile weapons is obviously how much damage you deal with them. The thing is, the increased cadence is minus 4%. So it's negative 4%. So that means that they hit harder but fire slower? Because the same thing it is for here. Hit higher, harder, fire slower. Like, these are just for weapons and they have negatives. And they're the only ones, so of all of the crew classes and all of the upgrades that the elf crews have, these are the only ones that have a negative to them. So I'm not sure. But as you can see, I'm maxing out increase the likelihood salvaging, which is increases the likelihood of better rewards. All three of my specialists are maxing out just this one stat because I want to get as many resources as possible because economy makes the world go round, right? Hold on. Can I share this? Share? Link? Shared? Yay! That looks to work. Economy makes the world go round. I do not know how these stack or how they interact with one another. I don't know if they're additive and multiplicative. Additive would be a little bit nuts. Gonna guess it's multiplicative. Engineers, I'm mapping out material gain from scrapping, although I had one engineer. Yeah. These two engineers, I'm maxing out the ship's hull and ship movement speed because the whole idea was like this ship was gonna be like super fast and super zippy and super maneuverable, but then it turns out I suck at flying because harkening back to the I have difficulty telling the depth of the ship with regards to where the other ships are. Like I had a mine layer and like I tried to do like flybys where like I'd disperse the mines directly into the enemy ships and fly away, but like I always missed because I couldn't tell where my ship was in relation to theirs. It was difficult for me. But the ship's hull is really important, like that. Other ones are reduce crafting time, increase crafting skill, and craft until level 1? Craft until level 1. That doesn't sound right. Heal up to level 1, investigate to level 6. Craft until level 1. I don't really know about that one. But anyway, yeah, this one engineer is going to be maxing out scrapping. These guys were maxing out ship systems, but I feel like upgrading the actual skill level itself will be more valuable than any percentage increase I could get to something else. I mean, these also increases crafting skill and reduces crafting time, which that's the engineering bay. But like another example is the scientists. Like I was, as you can see right here, one of my scientists actually died in a side mission. He got abducted and murdered, so that sucked. And he had like this one really high, shield resistance, shield regeneration. Again, my ship's kind of a shield ship, but I haven't been upgrading these guys because missiles are a thing. Like when there's weapons that actually impact my shields, I'm doing fine. Like it's not a big deal. Especially with my ability that lets me distribute my shield power through all 4 of my shields. No problem. It's the missiles that go through my shields and hit my hull directly that are a problem. And I'm playing on hard mode because I feel like that would be more interesting. It's pretty difficult. So I've already died like 3 times. But going back to this, I feel like raising the levels of like an ability is going to be more beneficial because I'm not sure, but there might be things where like if you have an investigate level of at least level 7, it might open up a new path, like a new dialogue path, for example. Whereas like I could have like 3000% shields, right? But the dialogue paths are more interesting. That's why. And then my crew keeps getting hurt real bad because I keep getting hit with missiles, which impacts my hull, which hurts my crew. So this guy's gonna be going heals. I have a lot of credits. Tasks, these are just quests. Cool. What am I doing? Allied Station. Backup reinforcements to Captain Carrick in Tokjo. Also going to Tokjo. Two things going to Tokjo. I'm going to go to the Allied Station real fast to repair my hull.
Comms chief, request permission to dock.
This game was almost certainly made by like a small team. Like a really small team, because like the voice acting is not great. The dialogue is not great. It's like super campy, but it's adorable in its campiness, and I really actually enjoy it a lot. Like it's not really trying to hide it. What's this? What is it? Hangar? Commercial zone. Awesome. What are you? A radar? What the fuck does a radar do? Increases the radius of weapons and improves their aim. Oh, cool. What's this? Repeating cannon? That's really fucking expensive. Perma-hull. Damn. Flat cannon Mark III? What have I got? Mark II, but a superior quality Mark II. Accuracy 246. I think that's the only one that really matters. This one's better, but it's also more expensive. Cloaking generator. Ooh. Drainage the field that makes it harder for enemies to see. Although the enemy ships can still locate our position by radar, we will be much more difficult to reach. Hacking drone? What? Wait, what? Oh, that sounds so cool. I'm trying this. Give me. Yep, I'm trying it. I'm trying it. That just sounds awesome. I can't afford anything else anymore. Although I do also want this better flat cannon. I replace. Oh, that sounds really awesome. Flat cannon Mark II, flat cannon Mark III. Now then, can I research anything? Nope, I can scrap it. I've got enough of these. I want money. How much does it sell for? Yeah, it's okay. So these are the blueprints. They are what I get portions of. So for example, I broke down, let's say like the flat cannon, right? It said like 0 of 2. I think that means I have to research 2 of them in order to get. Oh, here we go. Perfect. See, 1 of 4. Right? I broke down a mine launcher, so if I break down 3 more mine launchers, then it'll be added to my engineering workshop. At least, I think it'll be added to the engineering workshop. And from what I understand is if you unlock a blueprint, you get this for all subsequent playthroughs. So I think if I make a new character, it'll have all my unlocked blueprints unlocked. I think. Can't click on these. Does it say here? No. Whatever. Prison. Okay. The repair kit. I need that. Yes. Wait, I already have 3 of them. How do I use them? I don't know anything about this stuff. The Genesis is the flagship, and we recovered the AI core from the flagship. But the body of the captain and the black box for the flagship weren't there. Which is, ooh, mysterious. Where did they go? Right. Plasma cannon Mark III. That is hefty. Find it. Can afford it. Find it. Don't need you anymore. Whoop. Systems. Get in there, Mark 3. Now there's also upgrades down here, but I super don't have the resources for them. See, like I don't have organic crystal. I'm just gonna call it the orange thing. I don't have the orange thing. I don't have the circuit boards. Quantum core. Stuff like that. Got big ass flak cannon. Okay. Let's go. I think there's where I buy ships, but I've only ever. This is my ship. This is what it looks like. Hooray! What's the cooldown on the drones? Cool. Talk, Joe. Head to Dr. Burns' house outside the Endcliff space near Sector Telahaka. This is the map. Just talk, Joe. Where's Telahaka? Oh, way up here. One thing that I don't like about this game is the bloom on these. They're super fucking bright, like obnoxiously so. It's really apparent when I get a larger ship, like you got to pilot the flagship at the very beginning of the game, and it had like 5 engines on the back of it. I couldn't see anything. Let's go to talk to. I could not see anything when it was flying, like especially when it was in like its like super cruise or whatever, where you can't like fight or anything. You're just fast mode. Antique shop first or... Ooh. The fuck was that? I have no idea what that laser was. Let's go reinforcements first. But see, I had G, it's like a super fast mode. But just look at these engines. Like, they're pretty fucking bright, and there's just 2 of them. Plus, the other ship was larger, so the engines were much closer. But it was bad, and there's no way to...
Seriously? Another interception?
Activate the shields. Let's finish them off.
One of the things with hard mode is also that you get interrupted a lot. Okay, let's try hacking you. I don't know where that just went. I'm getting fucked though. Did I hack him? I don't know what's happening exactly. The hacking drone has failed me. Oh, oop. Orange is hull damage. Orange good. Get fucked. Okay, so there's just 2, right? So I'm gonna get real close to this guy. I'm gonna try to hack him. I don't... Hack! Do I have to get like really close? Hack! What is... I don't understand the hacking drone. I'm losing so much hull. Do I have to keep firing? Is that it? Maybe it's like a passive thing that when I fire, it continuously hacks. Because that big dong is like, I think that's the hacking drone sound. Oh no, I think that's just my hull taking damage. Alright, buddy. Hacking drone, I don't understand.
Targets neutralized, crew. We're out of danger.
Loot. Where's the other guy? Loot. Huh. Yeah, I don't get the hacking drone. Small drone that turns enemy ships into allies for a short period of time. It definitely did not do that. Guided missile launcher. This does straight hull damage. See, here's my salvage. Salvage. Don't want the guided missile launcher either. Nobody got hurt. Nobody leveled. Pass. Inventory. So, can I use you now? Yeah, I don't know how to use my Healy kits. I can't. Right click to use. Oh, now I can click on them. Ooh, that's not very much. Ah, it's about. Well, I can look at exactly how much it is, can't I? Yeah, down here. So I've got. These are my weapon loadouts. Shit. How do I know how much hull I have? Exceptional healing properties. Originally used an injector. Okay, I think that just whispered when I picked it up. Okay, whatever. I don't know how much hull I have. But 600, it looked like it healed about a third of my hull. How far away is that? Oh, that's really far. I'm gonna go to this distress signal first before I head down there. Oh, I'm gonna remove the hacking drone first, actually. No, no, I won't. I'll try it again. I'll try it again. See what's up. It just didn't. Maybe I don't know. It was just like this line that appeared out of nowhere. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. Between the stars, hacking drone. The button and fire will shoot towards the crosshairs, but in order to hit, you need to maintain crosshairs on target. Oh, you can right click to view the weak spots of an enemy ship. Did not know that. No, they're talking about like Watch Dogs and FTL and in other games that aren't this one. So I'm just gonna have to figure it out myself. Like, I don't know if it's just not good enough of a hack to hack to hack a ship. Like maybe there's pass fail and it's just really low. Ah, here, see this aptitude +5. That means I roll dice and I have to get a 5 or higher. You receive a notice from a communications officer that a drifting ship has been detected in major stress signal. The ship seems to be quite deteriorated and without occupants. So I'm going to try to contact by radio because rolling is more interesting. So sometimes it lets me roll way more dice I've been able to roll up to 3, but it never gives me an indicator on how many dice I'm going to roll. Fuck yeah. Decide to contact them by radio. After a few minutes, your team establishes contact with the ship. We were raided by pirates and left us adrift, so we could not ask for help. Many of us have died, but there are still some of us left. Please help. We must rescue the people. Boom.
Head to the target. May, prepare boarding protocol.
I don't know what would have happened if I didn't do that. No, that is definitely the sound of the drone. The door of the drifting ship opens before the rescue team, but behind it there is no one to receive them. It is possible the crew are too weak to move, so you give the order to enter. Fuck! Suddenly the sound of guns... Suddenly the sound of guns sounds in your communicator. It is an ambush. Part of the rescue team gets back to your ship when suddenly an enemy ship appears in your area. Fuck! There. Capital I after a comma. It needs to be lowercase. In communicator, it's send. Fuck, man. Activate the weapons.
The weapons.
Activate the
Protocol
weapons.
stations.
Just the one?
We'll finish you off and spend your credits on updates.
Oh, my ship AI, May, is kind of vicious, by the by. Okay, I'm getting real close to him this time. Where is rear shields? Weak zone is just the whole ass ship. Okay, what is that? Oh, that must have been me like scanning it or something. Part of his ship doesn't have shields, but I don't know which part. Front doesn't have shields. Wait, is that the drone right there? Nope, there's the yellow line. Back it up.
We'll finish you off
Oh.
and spend your credits on updates.
Get fucked.
Great job, crew. Did it.
Captain in storage, please. Captain in storage.
Admiral Bauer enters the command room to discuss an issue. Captain, we've just finished provisions tally as you ordered. They don't correspond with the registers we had. I'll go take a look. Aptitude 6. Oh, nice. Go down to the cargo hold, see the registry, and clear up whatever's happening. Once there, you notice the cargo hold gate is open. You spot a shadow that swiftly runs to find a place to hide. You also see an open supply container with unwrapped goods on the ground. See, this one's in italics, and this one's not in italics. I'm gonna go with this one. Just away. Please don't shoot. The girl slinks out of her hiding spot. She's a 16-year-old girl wearing a long, dirty nightgown, and her face seems worse for wear. It's hard to tell, but underneath the coat obscuring her face, you notice some cuts and bruises. My name is Zoe Miller. I snuck onto the ship in the last station you guys docked. Please don't take me back. If my parents find out what I've done, they'll get so angry. Ellipses. On our way to war, Zoe. This isn't a place for a little girl. It'd be right to be mad. You can't just abandon your family like that. She's probably abused. There's absolutely no chance of me staying with you guys. Oh, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. But that's pretty much all I can do. That makes sense. Let's see what that ship gave me. Flak Cannon Mark IV, but I just bought the Mark III. Alright. Fuck that hacking drone. First off, heal my crew up. Everybody goes into sickbay. Research this guy so I can use it in the future. I think that destroys it, by the way, also. Scrapify you. What will you give me? I do want one of these cores, quantum core. Do want one of those. Take a drink of water. Now then, it's just in time. Suspicious activity. I thought there was 2 suspicious activities. It looks like suspicious activity 1 is on the way. Wait, didn't I already do just in time? I can't open my ship thing to check like what the just-in-time quest is while I'm doing this warp. I have to drop out a warp like this, and then I can open it and look. To the Sun Squad has ambushed several Interstellar Republic ships. I could have sworn I already... I'm an idiot. I don't remember. But I can look. I'm not gonna look, I don't care. Suspicious. You and your crew remain silent as the ship maneuvers in front of you. Without saying anything, Furious opens communications channel. Oh god. So there's this guy Zane. This guy, Captain Zane. And I don't know like what sort of weird backstory or whatever there was, because it just sort of happened, but the dude's nuts and keeps trying to attack me. And I've killed him like 4 times. And the last time I killed him, we boarded his ship. I saw the charred remains of his body, and then I shot his body some more to make sure he was dead. And he's back. So Captain Zane, so you're back. You've taken everything I have, and you come back again and again for more. You've lost your mind, Wisbach. Look at what you've become. You've been consumed by hatred and fury. There's nothing left for you in yesteryear's Wisbach. I'll terminate you. I'm going to kill you for what you once meant to all of us. So again, I don't know who this guy is. like I don't, and the character doesn't either. Like I don't know who he is, and like my character in the game also doesn't know who he is. It's just some crazy fucking dude. But you died. That's what you thought, Wisbach. The man you killed was none other than my twin brother, Zone. It's the stupidest thing ever. I love it. You murdered him. You had his corpse right in front of you and you didn't even recognize him. We weren't alike, Wisbach. Zone has always believed in you. He told me that sooner or later you'd reconsider and come back to our side. He believed in you until the moment you took his life with your own bare hands. Which didn't happen. I shot him with my ship. You've become a monster. You've become what you swore to destroy. And again, I don't know what he's talking about. Zane, I hate you with my soul. Go ahead, Wisbach. This is our final battle. Come on, show me what you've got. I want that man alive. Gonna get this guy because he's alone. I can scan though. Oh look, I'm shooting it in the weak spot. Wah! Oh shit, I overloaded my weapons. I was too greedy for the kill. He's at 2%. Nice. Oh god, the lasers. Weak spot is also the back of this ship. Boop. Got your butt. Ooh, that was a big fucking hit. Come on, hit him. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go ahead and normalize that shit. Oh, the lasers. So it's the back of you, right? You're the same ship as before. Oh, hello. Ow. Seemed like a good weak spot to me. So I have top and bottom guns. If I point my ship directly at them, I can fire all 6. Oh, fuck. Asshole's firing rockets again. Get it back here. Oh my god, those rockets fucked me up so much. Captain, the enemy ship is neutralized. Sorry, I was a girl, I forgot. Get the whole crew ready, let's board them. Captain, we won! Boarding the enemy ship is too risky. I'm not leaving here without Zane. Head to the target. May prepare for boarding protocol. Suck up you first. Suck up you. Suck up you. And where's the ship? I see it now. I see that gun. Before we do this... Oh, I can't. I can't repair my ship. Crew initiates boarding protocol in just a couple of minutes. They're all ready. As soon as you force the enemy hatch, you'll have to face Zane and his crew. The hatch opens and you jump into Zane's ship looking for cover. The crew opens fire from their position as the enemy takes position. As you open fire upon Zane's men, you keep looking for him. Ooh, neat. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. Blocks 1 damage, probably. Pew. They also get to pew. Oh, but my pew is way more pew. Oh yeah, get fucked. Oh my god, get fucked. Yeah, it blocked 1. Damn it. Oh. Damn it. Oh, that's a much bigger pew. Okay, so there's a bigger pew also. Stop hurting me. Don't kill my crew. Oh yeah, you're fucked. Shit. Just don't kill Lilima. I think they hit, or maybe I killed them before I even took damage. Pop. Nice. Lily didn't die. That was the last one. Cool. Little by little, enemy soldiers start pulling back. Your shots hit several of Zane's crew, and the rest, finding themselves outmatched, try to retreat into the ship. The superiority of your crew is more than obvious, and in a few minutes not a single enemy remains alive. You search the bodies for Zane, but you can't find him anywhere. That coward must be hiding somewhere on the ship. You pass the command bridge hatch, and there you see him sitting at his post. Okay, Wizbok. I'm done for good. I'm ready to die. I've been ready for too long. As soon as I set out to travel the galaxy in search of you, I knew this would happen. Maybe, deep down, I was wishing for it. I've finished with you over and over again, and yet you refuse to die. You'll be a prisoner, and I'll find out where the hell you and the rest of your fuels who were with you came from. I should have imagined it was Buck. A heartless bastard like you wasn't going to show me any mercy so easily. Go ahead. I'll put up with everything you do to me. I'm not going to say a word, you damn sadist. Seize him. The crew captures Zane and takes him to your ship. After everything you've seen during your last encounters, you know he can't be trusted. That man has broken the laws of logic more than one occasion. You can only be sure that he won't do anything weird by keeping imprisoned in one of your cells. Now I can go to my ship and I gotta heal my crew because they got fucked. This one leveled. Craft. Maybe I should start leveling craft. No. I'll keep one of them doing that. Scrap. Artillery cannon? No, artillery cannon? That just sounds awesome. You're just a plasma cannon, but you're the Mark II. Let's put these side by side. More range, less damage, way less accurate. Seems worse. See what it looks like. Oh. Oh, it's slow. It's like a hit and run sort of thing. I'll hold on to it. Put it down there. It doesn't synergize with my other weapons, which aren't like a hit and run tactic sort of thing. It's like a long range snipey snipe. I always need 4, it seems. No, let's hold on to them. Just a second, I can play with them later. Good, one of them got healed. We're finished healing. Okay. Before we do anything else, let's repair a little bit of my ship. Crew? Systems? Story, Captain Zane. Advanced repair kit. I'll use that later. Fuck, I should have used it now. Okay. What's this button do again? Oh, it lets me move around the ship itself. I hit the U button. Ah, I could have just gone to the Allied station. I didn't have to waste a repair kit. Oh. No, I was gonna head here first anyway. Definitely gonna be fighting here, so. Oh, damn it.
Congratulations, you've made it onto my blacklist.
Just fucked that guy up. I was trying to turn the camera there.
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Swing down under the ship. Back of the ship. Perf. Ow. Fucker hit me with a missile.
Well done. May, send a damage report to my terminal immediately.
Immediately. Might as well normalize the shields. I don't know. I don't know if like each section heals at the same rate, or if my heal regeneration rate only affects part of it. But I feel like normalizing the shields. So like if basically it can only focus on one shield at a time, then normalizing them won't matter. But if it affects each section equally, then normalizing them will make them repair faster as a whole. Command bridge airlock open and Isabey enters addressing you. Sir, I have brought the reports you have requested. Without looking away from your terminal, you respond without too much enthusiasm. Leave them on the table, I'll check them right now. You don't hear an answer, you look over your shoulder, see the crew member standing completely still as he caresses... Oh no, the tablet. As he caresses the old tablet you left on the table. You wouldn't know how to explain why, but that didn't sit well with you. What are you doing? The rest of the crew and I have noticed lately that you seem to keep a tablet always near you, sir. Tell me, what is so special about it? Maybe I could help you. Let me take it for a while. Maybe I can find more about it. Without a word, you approach him and raise your hands with the intention of taking the tablet. Suddenly, Isabey grabs one of your wrists firmly. Come on, Captain. I'm sure I can help you. Release me at once. Sorry, Captain. It was not my intention. I'll look over it, Isabey. You've been under a lot of stress lately. But do something like that again, I'll assure you that you will never serve the ship again for the rest of your life. Yes, Captain. I assure you did not mean to. Now get back to work. Oh, no. No! Crew member exits the room and you take a few minutes to calm down. You knew Isabey, or at least you thought you did. The disrespect shown towards you left you completely out of place. As you keep pacing around, your eyes begin squinting and you start to feel like accumulation of sleep deprivation. I'll finish what I'm doing and retire to my quarters. Fuck, maybe I should actually go to that planet soon. I wasn't expecting these... What just happened? Oh, okay. You can clearly see Karek's ship surrounded by the Children of the Sun. It seems the captain has managed to stay alive despite serious damage inflicted upon his ship. You immediately order to open communications channel. Karek, can you hear me? What is the situation? They've breached our shield, Wisbach. Several of my men are down, and we can barely keep the ship operational. I'm afraid you have to handle the situation yourself. Leave them to me. Wah. Prepare to die.
I'll make sure to end you quickly.
Oh, I just noticed he totally stripped my front shields. Nice.
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Fucking missiles. My flag is actually hitting them, which is great. We're just chilling.
The ship will not hold much longer.
Damn it. These fucking rockets are going straight through my shields and it sucks. Alright, let's go full on weapons. Let's see what happens here.
You are suffering damage, Captain.
Yeah, I'm not really noticing that big of a difference.
Been destroyed.
Aw, damn it. That hurt. That ability to normalize my shields across all the sections is so good. The last of the children's ships were destroyed. You hear Carrick's voice through the communicator. I'll never be able to thank you enough, Captain Wisbach. You saved our lives. You answer, it's all right. Can I help you get to the station? Several of our systems are damaged, but we'll be fine. As long as we don't run into the Children of the Sun again, we'll get there safely. Good luck, Captain Carrick. Looting time. It's a little hard to loot, because you can't really... That guy's easy. Eh? Can't loot that guy. Oh, what to loot him? There we go. Let's see if I got anything good. Ooh. Activates a force field capable of resisting any attack. 64-second cooldown though. Damn. That's nuts. Scrap. Can I like hold control and automatically scrap everything? That is interesting. Cancel. Does all of them. Flak cannon. This is the bad flak cannon. Oh, I got another flak cannon. Let's scrap this. Let's scrap this flak cannon. This one's worth a lot of money. Artillery cannon, plasma cannon Mark III, which... Oh, nice. I was a little confused. Systems? Performance. Can sell you later. Passenger. Can't do anything with them. My hull is pretty fucked. We'll heal first. Rest. Let's go to that station. For a bit of honor. Yeah, so I thought that like maybe there is internal timers where like that situation where like I had to reprimand the crew member wouldn't have happened had I gone directly to the intake shop and figured out what the tablet does. It's a little cold in my room. I should turn on the AC. The AC. I should turn on the heater or just put on a sweater. I'm going to put on a sweater.
Comms chief, request permission to dock.
Welcome, Captain. Dock at the assigned bay, please.
And we back. I hate when you first put on a sweater and it's cold still. Like the sweater itself is cold, so it makes you actually a little colder. Like jumping in the shower before you let the water heat up all the way. Boom. Nailed it. Alright. Before I sleep up, and I assume the tablet will take over my brain or something. What are you? Allows you to instantly cool the weapon system? That's pretty awesome. Another one of those artillery cannons. Plasma cannon Mark II. What? Oh, it's because it's a light plasma cannon, isn't it? Wait. Supposed to be a good quality? Yes, it's high quality. Hey, look, there's contracts. Can I accept all of them? Ah, I can. Sell this flat cannon. What do you do? Pulse generator. Projects an energy field that temporarily incapacitates enemy ships. 24-second cooldown. That's really good. But I'd have to get rid of my flat cannon if I want to use it. Hold on. Got a message from my credit card company saying that there are changes to my account. They're just my fees. But I never don't pay off my credit card, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. Repair kit. Nah. Artillery cannon. You should buy a couple of repair kits. Oh, I can only buy the one. Apartments. Kind of want to research this. I could research. No. Different. Oh, engineer leveled. Use scrap and increase material. So one of these guys, whenever they finally level, I'm gonna start pumping up crafting. So this guy, I'll keep on scrapping. I got 3 of them. I'll put 1 in each. Oh, he's got lots of points. Okay. Ew. Oh, look at all the points. Do I have points? Nope. Like clickable. What? Oh, this must be for that mission I accepted. I was confused. Engine power stuff. Artillery cannons. This is hold damage. Shield damage is better, in my opinion. It's always a balance. Some ships have better shields than others. I don't know. Ships have better shields than others? I don't know. I don't know the ships that well yet. Definitely don't know like their stats and stuff. Like cannons, light plasma. This never changes. I don't know why I keep looking at it. Still don't know what I want to do with this. That's really cool and all, but you know what? I'm just gonna research it. Okay, let's go. Can I like R&R? The hangar is just the ships. Okay, so I have 1600 hull. Good to know. I don't know how to rest. Because that's one of my tasks, is to rest. Delivery has an exclamation point. Yeah, there's no time limit on it. So after so many hours, lack of sleep takes us full. During the calm, we will leave the ship in charge of the crew to sleep for a few hours. Okay, so maybe I have to... Yep. After a long day, you're retired to your cabin. Your body feels exhausted after so many hours alert. You trigger the opening of the hatch with a touch of the panel and remove your uniform while preparing the clothes for the next day. You wrestle with the bed sheets for a while until you finally fall asleep. Right to the ship's dining room whilst watching the lights on the walls. They blink over and over until they completely turn off after you pass. Dream. You're lost, and the path you've always followed seems confusing now. You run so fast. You run as fast as you can in an endless hallway. You turn to the right and get out of the loop until you reach the dining room, which is completely empty. Where's the crew? You wonder while you hear my sound of alarm. You're under attack. You must return to the command bridge immediately. The doors don't open. There's a need to open them. You're already on the bridge. There's no need to open them. You're already on the bridge. Who's sitting in your chair? The person turns around and smiles. The smile freezes in your blood. The smile freezes your blood. I suck at reading. You don't recognize his face, despite it being very familiar. Wait, of course you recognize his face. It's... You wake up, soaked in sweat while Maud complains. Captain, Captain, you are more than half-hour late. The crew is waiting for you. I had a particularly strange dream. Fuck, I'm still exhausted? Oh no, I lost the attribute. Yes. You get dressed as fast as you can and head to the deck to meet the crew, who should have been waiting for you. They are waiting for you. Uh-oh. I skipped ahead a little bit. Uh-oh. You run out of the cabin while you're still packing your uniform jacket and down the stairs to work areas. A foul odor invades your senses as soon as you get to the room. You are completely paralyzed as you watch the crew chatter in a trivial manner without seeing you. Their faces are completely disfigured, forming a strange amalgam of vivid colors that seem to change as they move. One of them is heading towards you, although you only recognize the crew member because of the badge on the uniform. Turner, why did you do this to us, Captain? Wake up. You wake up in the darkness of your cabin feeling quite upset. Damn. You immediately look at the time and realize with relief that there is still a couple of hours left before you have to get up. You turn around, ain't that the life, right? When you don't have to get up, you add some R&R, you wake up early anyway. Fuck. You turn around again and put your pillow back together. Dive back into your dreams. Maya wakes you up at the set time and takes you a while to figure out what's going on. Remember in a distant way the strange nightmares that you had. But in spite of everything, the rest has been especially refreshing. You get ready to go back to the bridge and get out of your cabin in high spirits, ready for a new day's work. Nice, now my crew members get more experience. Go back to the bridge. Nice. Oh, that's why this was highlighted blue. Awesome. Ship's not repaired to full? What? I repaired it to full. Why is it 96? One qualm that I have is I can't go into my inventory and ship status while I'm doing like super space speed. After receiving the summons via loudspeakers, you quickly head to engineering. The chief engineer is already waiting for you. Bad news, Captain. We have a terrible system breakdown in the engines that will permanently reduce its power unless we resolve it now. Also, we don't have the needed parts to fix it. Oh, great. Our only option is to use parts of the ship's fuselage to repair the engines, but this option will weaken the ship's hull until we're repaired at a station. Realistically, we need to repair it, so... How much of the hull did I lose? Ooh. Ooh, I lost 19%. G. No. G. G. There it goes. Alright, let's head to the antique shop. One complaint that I have for the planets are, like, if the antique shop was like, see these didn't even show up. Like, I didn't know that these were here. So like this pip could be like up over here, right? And if I'm down here like this, and I'm like, where is it? I could just never find it. It happens on a different planet that I visited earlier, where like I just couldn't find a pip. Like I didn't know. Like I wish that it just showed it like there's like a line coming out the back of the planet that said like, you know, there's a thing here, right? Like it doesn't have to say what it says, so it doesn't clutter the screen with words. It just says there's a point of interest on the back of the planet that you should look at. You open the antique shop door and you hear the bells hanging on the frame ring. The shop was not dissimilar from what you had imagined it like. The dust piles up over almost 100 extravagant-looking objects. You walk the halls with the tablet in your hands while you look at some of the antiques. You never paid special attention to antiques, but it was hard not to be curious about where they came from. A man comes out with a friendly smile. Hello, can I help you with something? Greetings, I'm Blit Wisbach, Captain of the Interstellar Republic. Captain of the... That sounds weird. But he's correct. The man seems somewhat surprised. Edmund Gloss at your service, Captain. What brought you to my store? Edmund notices the tablet under your arm while waiting for you to answer. One of my crew said that maybe you could help me. The man arches an eyebrow as you explain what happened to the tablet and leads you back to the room where he seems to have a small workshop. On the walls you see large magnifiers and other restoration tools. Edmund picks up a few books from the central table to make room for the tablet. Pulls out a magnifying glass with a flashlight and a brush from a shelf and begins to check the tablet carefully. I'm just gonna go well. The man remains silent and completely paralyzed. Fuck. Edmund? Wow, for a second I thought I was something big. Sorry to disappoint you, Captain, but there's no doubt that this is a forgery, of course, of exceptional quality. So you know what this is about? It's rather a convincing recreation of a ceremonial tablet of an ancient tribe known as the Dismorphs, originally from Ethos, extinct long before the appearance of space travel. I can't tell you much more. Only about a dozen remains of their civilization have been found. All we know about them is that thanks to the transportation of a handful of anthropological texts collected from ancient Ethos libraries. Tell me more about the Dismorphs? You think anyone might be interested? Tell me more. It's not like I'm a specialist, and to tell you the truth, I don't think there exists an expert on this subject in the entire galaxy. The majority of the texts have been lost to time. The only thing that is left for them is no more than mere notes or mentions in old books. You could even access them in the Galactic Database through the Ansible on your ship. Ansible. Hey there, Ender's Game. The little we know is that they were a fairly small tribal civilization prior to space colonization. Do you think anyone might be interested? See, that was an example of, it gave me that option again once I was done. Among some of my clients are reputed historians who would pay a fortune for a real piece. Being such a high-quality forgery, you could surely find someone interested buyer, but for an astronomically lower amount. The best I can do is 500 credits. You could sell it right now and forget about it, but you didn't know if it would be worth it. Seeing the man's reaction when he had inspected it more thoroughly, you suspect it was not even close to being a fair deal. If your suspicions were true, you were sure you could earn a lot more by selling it on your own. Come on, I'm sure you can get rid of something more. Charisma plus 3. 3? That's easy to get. Yeah, that's easy to get. Bam. Boom. Alright, I can go as high as 800 credits, but that's my last offer. See, I don't think it's a forgery, based on his reaction. 800 credits ain't that much. So I said, for that little, I'm not going to sell it. You turn around to exit the shop and hear Edmund calling you from the counter. Wait, Captain, I'll offer you 1,500 credits. His tone is much more desperate than his initial offer. Judging by his interest, it was not difficult to suspect that the man was much more interested in acquiring the tablet than he had initially seemed. I'm going to say forget it. You exit the antique shop. If Edmund was so interested in acquiring it, it's likely worth much more than what he had told you. You didn't want to distrust him, but the possibility that the tablet was authentic existed, in which case if what he told you was true, you could get a lot of credits for it. We'll investigate more about it on the ship. Anything left on the planet to do? I think this is just the hangar. Cool. So, you know, the U is glowing again. Is Ansible like a common word? I only ever heard of Ansible from Ender's Game. Crap, of course, it's an IT software, so all of my Ansible sci-fi. Category of fictional devices or technology capable of near instantaneous, faster than light communication. Yeah, it doesn't really say a name for such a device. The word Ansible first appeared in a 1966 novel by Ursula K. Le Guin. Since that time, it has been broadly used, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, Orson Scott Card is specifically noted here. That's where I read the term Ansible. That's cool. You take advantage of the free time to clarify some of the unknowns surrounding the tablet. That stone tile had become quite interesting to you. Your thoughts were often scattered, thinking where it might have come from, or what strange engravings might mean. Edmund Glotz's interest in buying it made you suspect that the tablet was real and not a faithful forgery, as he assured. He may have been a man of antiquities, but he still had a lot to learn about negotiation before he could fool you. I need access to the galactic database. The intelligence system responds with joy. Its tone is natural as ever, but after so many years of your service, you have learned to distinguish clearly when it was in a good mood. Of course, Captain. I will activate the systems on your command, but I must remind you that the use of an Ansible in mid-flight will cause a decrease in the ship's available power while in use. It's fine. The Ansible had been one of the greatest discoveries of the galaxy, an almost instantaneous communication system that enabled all information to be transmitted between terminals on any planet and station under the influence of Interstellar Republic. As Mai had mentioned, its use involved enormous energy consumption, which would force you to reduce consumption of the rest of the systems to a minimum. In any case, it would only be a few minutes, and the radars did not indicate the presence of another ship in the vicinity. Acknowledged. Activate the Ansible. Immediately, the power of the lights drops drastically, and some of the secondary subsystems stop working completely. Tell me, Captain, what are we looking for? As you rummage through millions of articles that mention the Dysmorphs and their civilization. Sorry. Dysmorphs? Whatever. Dysmorphs. You briefly explained to May that Edmund had told you. What Edmund had told you. Within a few seconds of a couple of files appear on your terminal screen. Mai's processing capacity could be more useful in the most varied situations. Filtering complete, Captain. I've taken the liberty of transmitting the most noteworthy fragments. Thanks, Maya. I'll take a look. Extracts from Article 3.28 of Lost Texts of Ethos by Dr. Henry O'Donnell, a collection of notes compiled from the ancient manuscripts in the monastery of Osros, Ethos. After the analysis, we confirm the veracity of the notes collected prior to space exploration, which are dated with galactic date approximately mid-0452. Referring to them as dysmorphs, the expert... I need to look up what this says.
Dysmorphs.
Dysmorphs, yeah. Not really dysmorphs. Not dysmorphs. I like that better. Dysmorphs sounds a little strange. Dysmorphs sounds a little better. Referring to them as dysmorphs, the text recollected a series of abstract illustrations related to an ancient civilization hailing from the stars. Several unreadable entries appear at the footer. It appears to be some sort of runic writing. We tried to compare it to the other languages of the planet, but have not found any matches. Not much information about them is available, except for the description of some of the rituals that reveal a tribal aspect. Also outstanding are figures of strange wind instruments, similar to transverse flutes present throughout the pages, found together with what appears to be a rudimentary method of musical scripture. The extracts collected speak of some kind of cult in which the musical pieces mentioned above intervene. The team's anthropologists had heated debates during the investigation, but it seems that widespread view that they practiced some kind of primitive religion. Of greater interest than all matters about their rituals or society, we are surprised by the dissonances set up by the documents, assuming its alien character based on differentiation with all life forms on the planet. We cannot help but question how it may have been possible that such an advanced life form could have reached Ethos. Among the different fragments, you observe some translations of the original notes with the illustrations described by Dr. O'Donnell. You immediately recognize one of the images of a mural virtually identical to the engravings on the tablet. Have you found anything else, Mai? Apparently, years after the writing of the article, a team of researchers followed Dr. O'Donnell's lead to Ethos to find more about the dysmorphs and mentioned in its publications. I have not found anything relevant about two people in the charge of the project, Dr. Mike Brooks and Dr. Franz Clifford, with the exception of a scan of some pages from Clifford's journal. I've downloaded a copy into your terminal, Captain, and I think you should check it out. Okay, I got what we need. So... it's in my inventory? Oh. Did I level? Did not. Click to inspect. Oh god, okay. Oh god, it's so tiny. The excavation team has finally come up with an interesting findings, some archaeological fragments. After the initial excavations and subsequent analysis, we confirmed that we have found an archaeological settlement with the characteristics corresponding to those described in Article 328 of the essay Lost Texts of Ethos published by Dr. Henry O'Donnell. The controversial article that Dr. O'Donnell, his secretary, and... his veracity and reputation... I was like, that's not secretary! His veracity and reputation within the community recounts the existence of some annotations found in ancient manuscripts of the city that confirm the existence of ancient alien civilization known as the Dysmorph, with an I this time. Undoubtedly, the engravings and the tools found, although primitive, do not resemble anything we have seen outside the aforementioned texts. Sip of water. Testing is yielding positive results despite the state of samples studied. It will take some time to fully date all of the unearthed fragments, but Everything indicates that we may have made one of the greatest anthropological discoveries of the century by sheer chance. The investigation continues and the mood is raising. It has been many years since I last saw Peter and myself so lively. This could lead way to recognition from the most reputable institutions throughout the planet. Some of the samples, I'm glad that they said throughout the planet. Like, usually when you go into sci-fi stuff, the scale of a planet is just neglected. Like, saying something is important to a planet is huge still. It's a planet, right? So the fact that he's excited that the institutions just on his planet are going to find this a really impactful discovery, I really, really like. It's like throughout the galaxy, like planets are big, galaxies are enormous, yeah, but planets are just impressive too. Some of the samples have gone missing throughout the latest few days. If we confirm our suspicions on their importance, it seems the value of the fragments have been revealed among the team of local excavators. During the following nights, we still stand guard at the excavation to avoid loss of more samples. Knowledge must be shared, not confined to the showcase of a wealthy collector. God, how many this? Oh God, he goes nuts. All right. Oh, fuck. Next page. Mounting guard seems to be taking effect. The last 2 nights, I, along with Mike, have bunkered down in our shotguns to tackle the thefts. During the guard, we heard whispers in the darkness through the night, but it would seem that none of those assailants dare get too close. They'd better stay away. I will not hesitate to blow their heads off if I see them attempt to get their grubby hands on our discovery. After several virtually sleepless nights getting at most 2 hours of shut-eye, we decided to split the guard into shifts. The lack of sleep is beginning to make a dent on his psyche, and his behavior is becoming more and more erratic. More than once he has alluded to it being me that has been stealing the samples. Not directly, of course. But the simple fact that it crossed his mind puts me in a terribly bad mood these last few days. On more than one occasion it has occurred to me to make him pay for it by removing him from the investigation, but I know this would be a blow that he could hardly bear with. I think I need to get some sleep, too. Samples from the excavation have disappeared once again. Mike relieved of my guard shift after taking inventory. Relieved me of my guard shift after taking inventory. They missed a word there. Can I report a bug on that? Please. I don't care. I don't think it's important. After taking inventory and making sure that everything was in place. With Mike guarding the main entrance, only he could have had access to the interior of the excavation, and it would seem the thief was hiding much closer than I initially thought. The next day, or the next day, I guess, next day. Problem solved. Arrow keys don't scroll. Oh fuck. Kill him. Let the music keep playing. Every day that goes by I find it harder to sleep. The whispers are getting louder. Blended with Mike's voice. Please someone, anyone stop this haunting melody. The flutes call to me. They welcome me with open arms and they invite me to final sleep. No, I'm already asleep. I don't want to wake up. Have no shape, dreams have no shape, dreams have no shape, dreams have no shape, dreams have no shape. Kill him, let the magic keep playing. Dreams have no shape, dreams have no shape. Okay, he goes fucking nuts. So he killed Mike. He said something about Peter. Don't know who Peter is. Guess he's dead too. Yeah. So it sounds like the more you stay awake, the more nuts you get. Which is really good. I slept. I'm curious to know what would happen if I hadn't slept. Mouse? Didn't have a mouse, but hitting you freed me. Freighter in distress. Oy vey. Not even a weird word, Cruz. I mean, it's not even a real word. It's a weird one. Not a real word. Gotta be proper in these
Activate the
things.
shields. All hands to battle stations.
Excuse me, I have some people to murder. What's the center of the ship? Oof. Get some. That guy got absolutely fucked. I believe it's the back of this ship that's the weak point. Oh, middle of the ship. Get absolutely pooed on.
Targets neutralized, crew. We're out of danger.
Yeah, crew. Yeah, like I'm treating this ship like a brawler, man. Like maneuvering doesn't seem to really help much. Because my plan for the ship, because it's the fastest and most maneuverable of the starting ships. But I don't see that maneuverability being very beneficial. I'd like to get some lasers, but right now the only laser that I've got does primarily hull damage and almost no shield damage. Hello. In front of you, there are pirate ships surrounding a cargo ship. As soon as they detect your presence, they open a communication. Greetings, Captain. I imagine you are here because you have received a request to help from this transport ship. I'm afraid that you have been the victim of a deception. The corrupt company to which the ship belongs owes a large amount of money to our organization. We do not intend to hurt anyone. We only want to take what is ours. Well, clearly give me more details. This transport company has been making deals with pirates and smugglers for a long time to carry out some shady tasks. If you help us recover the debt, we will give you part of the profits as a reward. We promise that no one will be hurt. Captain of the cargo ship enters the communication. What are you waiting for, Captain? It's the duty of the Republic fleet to protect the ships like ours. Kill them at once! First off, go fuck yourself. Second off, go fuck yourself. I should fight the pirates, but let's support the pirates. Let's see what happens. Seems like once again, corrupt corporations are trying to use the Republic fleet as private security. This time you will not allow it. You decide to believe the version of the pirates and give them permission to board the ship and claim their debt. After a long wait, the pirate captain comes back to contact you. Thank you for trusting us, Captain. We send you your part as we agreed. Fucking nice. Can I kill this guy? I'm gonna try to kill this guy. I think he's a freighter. The pirate's probably warped out. I'm curious to know, like, what happens if I shoot him? Just not taking damage? Or we're just not close enough? Oh. More engine power. Okay. Oh, damn! I thought I like entered into something. Damn it! Me shooting him isn't what started this. You keep your sights fixed on the terminal monitor while you watch the power levels fluctuate. The writing reports was certainly The writing of reports was certainly one of the most boring tasks of a captain of the Republic, but necessary. You had spent some hours on it, but it was becoming impossible to concentrate on it any longer. Instead of writing, you find yourself absorbed by the hypnotic energy program until Mai's voice surprises you. Captain, we have a problem in the reactor room. I forget what voice I was using for her. There seems to be no problem with the power levels. It's Bauer, Captain. Crew member Turner has reported seeing him near the reactor room without a protective suit. Turner asked me to call you immediately while pursuing Bauer. The generators that provide the ship with energy need to be operated when stable and fairly secure as long as they were used with relevant protective equipment. Although the room I had to reread that sentence because I butchered it. Although the room itself, the generators that provided the ship with energy needed to operate. The generators that provided the ship with the energy needed to operate were stable and fairly secure as long as they were used with the relevant protective equipment. Although the room itself contained much of the radiation emitted, it was more than advisable not to run through the nearby corridors without wearing protective gear. I don't know if closing the reactor airlocks traps one of them in there. I'm going to tell them to get out immediately. Near the reactor room without a protective suit. See, like, I suspect that this means trapping Bauer in there and preventing Turner from going after him. That's not what I want to do. But if I'm wrong about that, then it would prevent Bauer and Turner from going in there, which would save everybody. I'm going to just tell them to get out. I'm afraid it's too late. I'm afraid it's too late. I assume that Turner might deter Bauer, but the opening of the reactor room was activated just a minute ago. I've checked the camera system, and he is already inside, Captain. I've warned Bauer several times to come out, but he just seems to fall on deaf ears. At this rate, in just a few minutes, the radiation will have destroyed his immune system, causing death. Mai activates the reactor room camera on all monitors on the bridge, and you can see the crew member Bauer looking directly at his face. You can see a slight smile as his lips move. Get up as fast as you can, cursing all the way. You run all the way to one of the engine rooms that precede the reactor, where you find a crew forming a circle. Without saying anything, you move out of the way to find Turner lying on the ground, face completely bloodied. What the hell is going on? Turner responds as well as he can while choking on blood from his nose, probably broken. It was Bauer, Captain. He's gone completely mental. I found Bauer on the way to the reactor room without protective suit, and I tried to stop him after I told Mai. As soon as I cut him up, he hit me with one of the tools with no hesitation. We have to get our suits on and get Bauer out of there. Hurry up! You leave the crew behind. You know, I've never paid attention to these pictures. This is nice. I like it a lot. You leave the crew behind until you get to the reactor room door and see Bauer turn around through the porthole of the hatch that separates you from the radiation emitting source. He remains completely still while observing the core of energy system. You yell at him to come back right away several times, but he doesn't seem to hear you. No wonder, that hatch has been made to contain radiation from a reactor. The sound couldn't get through it, didn't surprise you at all. Desperate, you hit the containment crystal several times without getting an answer. Containment crystal? Containment crystal. Maybe like the wall or something. Without getting an answer. If you wanted to get to him, you'd have gone into the room, but you knew it was a big risk. The amount of radiation inside was enough to kill an adult in just a few minutes. That he had endured so much was a miracle. Crew members fall on their knees to the ground. You know there's not much time left. Bitch, I'm going in. Fuck! Why is the crew? Damn. Disobeying security protocol, you enter the room without any protection. You immediately notice scorching heat running down the last inch of your body. How could Bauer have lasted so long in there? You run to the crew member who was lying on the ground and sigh with relief. His face was raw and full of red rashes from the burns, but despite everything, he is still breathing. Giving Bauer a smile, you reassure him. It's all right, Bauer. I'll get you out of here now. Bauer deliriously responds to, with a calm smile before fainting. Don't worry, Captain. It's all a dream. Oh my god. Put the crew member on your back and leave the reactor room to meet the rest of the crew waiting outside. Captain, that was crazy. We'll take Bauer to the infirmary. Go decontaminate immediately. You shouldn't have entered the reactor room without a protective suit. Turner was right, but there was no alternative. You knew just a few more minutes would have been decisive. Taking the risk of saving a member of your crew showed perfectly just what kind of captain you are. Take Bauer to the infirmary. Yeah, reckless one. Before returning to the bridge, you pass through a decontamination room where you discard your uniform and enter the booth. As water falls on you, you have some time to think about what has happened. That didn't make sense. Why would Bauer go into the reactor room unprotected, knowing the consequences? Even if he really wanted to end his own life, there are easier and painless methods. Whatever it was, he's still alive thanks to you. You get out of the booth, get dressed. You don't know if it's the result of the tension or the radiation itself, but you're starting to feel exhausted. Maybe you can take advantage of the calm to get some sleep before you go back to work. Definitely get some sleep. I'm noticing that, oh, right. Wow. Yeah, can't hurt this thing at all. Oh, I might as well see before I rest. Let's check out if I got anything from these guys. Light plasma cannon Mark II can be scrapped. Why do I have this? Was I gonna sell it? Sell this one too. Okay, let's put these guys down here and let's sell these guys. There. Do I have to heal anyone? No. I'm irradiated. Blah. That last time was the only time I've ever had to sleep. And now I've had to do it again. So I think the tablet just keeps putting me to sleep over and over again. Well, I think I have to sleep more and more to stave off the effects of the tablet. But you can't sleep that much. Like, I like that. I think that's more interesting than having to stay awake, which a lot of like things are. Like, if you go to sleep, you die, sort of thing. So you gotta stay awake. But have you ever tried to force yourself to go to sleep? That shit's impossible. For a long day, you retire to your cabin. Your body feels exhausted. After so many hours alert, you trigger the opening of the hatch with a touch of the panel, remove your uniform while preparing clothes for the next day. You rest a bit. This is the exact same thing as before. The intense heat makes you barely able to breathe. How long were you in the desert? Days? Weeks? Your head hurts. You're thirsty. You fall on all fours and result of dehydration. Look up. You're here! A great fountain lacquered in pure gold. With your last strength, you run up to it, stick your head inside, swallowing more water than you're capable of. You lose your footing and fall into the bottom. Darkness. No. Blinding light. A heavenly chant. You look up to see the sky. The stars are gone. A shadow invites you to follow it. You run through the void to some ruins where the shadow slows down. Why did you bring me here? You try to talk, but no sound comes out of your mouth. You're underwater. You're drowning. The flames rise up to the sky. They dance. They dance with it. They dance with each other. The shadows turn around. You can see its face. You don't recognize the face despite it being very familiar. Wait. Of course you recognize. It's Wake Up. You wake up in the darkness of your cabin, feeling quite upset. You immediately look at the time and realize with relief that there's still a couple of hours, blah, blah, blah. Might wakes you up and say, okay, this is the same as before as well. Increased zoom intensity? I don't know if I want that. Like, I don't know if I want increased zoom intensity. Unless it increases like the range or effectiveness that all the zooming stuff does. Okay. Not taking her home. Not destroying the wanted. Base Station 144C in Toku. Is that where I am? No, I'm in Tokyo. Let's head to Telehaka. Well, let's just do it. Let's go to Toku and then we'll vamp and then we'll head to Telehaka. I've spent a lot of time in this starting area and I want to get on with the main story a little bit more. Because I'll unlock even cooler things. So that's why I'm going to ignore all these distress signals, just going to go do the objective. Uno momento. I want to check some stuff first. Okay. 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 Cool. Good. I'm glad I did that. This this GameStop thing has got the stock market going fucking nuts, and I was just moving money out of Robinhood because fuck that place and into Fidelity. I just wanted to try to check to see if all my money is cleared. Um,
Republic ship requesting docking permission, please.
Welcome, Captain. Dock at the assigned bay, please.
Ooh, there's lots of dots here. Skyline Apartments. Oh, that's a delivery. Let's go to the commercial zone first. Because Skyline Apartments might trigger something. Beating cannon. Accuracy 8. Is low accuracy good or bad? I don't know. Oh. Low accuracy has to be good. Wait, don't I have an engineer? Apartments, engineer workshop. One of these is a laser. Accuracy 100, accuracy 200. Like, laser has to be more accurate than a flak cannon, right? Laser cannon accuracy 44. One of these is a shotgun. Shotgun accuracy 7. Okay, so low accuracy is bad. High accuracy, good. That means the laser is less accurate than the flak cannon? What? That means these are inaccurate as all hell. I don't get it. Time to look this up too, because it's not making sense to me. Accuracy. Ooh, nice. Between the stars, I guess. Ooh, uno momento. Okay, uno momento. I'm going to pause the stream for a little bit. Let's actually cut it here. And I'll pick it up at a different stream.